Angie, you're the first one on here, and Mad Max, Angie, Susie Q, third, John Mercer, BL3, Got 2. You're watching Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show, and I'm your host, CmdrAleon, the man from Mars, the man with the Ashtar command, the man connected to the space beings, the man who's a talk show host on WESU on sabbatical, but have been there for like 21 years. Kevin, welcome, Rhonda, everybody coming in. A little bit before 11, only a few minutes early. Good to have everybody here from everywhere, wherever you are, England, Europe, wherever it is you might be. April, thank you for the team power. Thank you so much. We appreciate all your gifts. Linda, please start tapping and sharing. When you tap, there'll be a heart on the screen that pops up. If everybody taps, please share, please follow. Please, if you have other people, hey, Cleo, thank you for the heart. If anybody has people that you think are interested in the subject, I always invite them to join our talk show. That's been on here for 3 years now. 3 years. Welcome, Bazella. Everybody coming in here. GroovyChick, good to see you. Always good to see GroovyChick. I like that name so much. That's such a great name. General X Ryan, good to see you. Aries, thank you for the follow. Marion Nelson, welcome. Angela, welcome to our show. The Crafter Girl, hey, Crafter Girl. Paula Beck, Dreaming Annie. And there's I saw a person on TikTok that has some really good, hey, Lucas, good to see you. Gen X Ryan, thank you for the team bracelets. She has some really good video footage. And I'm going to invite, if she comes on here tonight, I don't know if she even knows about the show, but she has got some real, her latest footage was like amazing. These orbs just came out of nowhere. And I'll have to message her after the show or tomorrow morning. Hey, Flossie Jane, good to see you. Jan R, everybody coming in here. Red One, welcome. Hey, Red One, everybody. So here's how I'm dealing with videos. I've got it all figured out. So when I want to show a video, I'm going to show it at the last 15 minutes of my show. So this way, if the algorithm says I'm in violation of showing the video, it can do it on the last 15 minutes of my show. So I'll wait till the last 15 minutes and I'll show a video or two. Hey, Maya, good to see you. And I'll outdo the algorithm. I figured this out after I got off last night. So I won't do it early because then the algorithm's limiting, who's seeing me or whatever. So now I'm going to wait till the last 15 minutes because it won't matter. You see, that's the good point of being a human being. With a mind, you know what I mean? Welcome to the show, everybody. Hey, Damien, good to see you. Yeah, I just thought of that. I said, I'll outsmart the algorithm here. There you go. It's going to be a good night tonight. I have no idea what's going to happen on the show. As usual, we're very spontaneous. Gen X, I think I'm a Syrian starseed. Well, excuse me. So Gen X Ryan, progressive conspiracy Ryan. Well, Ryan, maybe we should bring you up here. I'm going to follow you. Ryan. I thank you, Dubaloo. Thank you for the gift. And maybe we can discuss your Syrian starseed, how you feel about that. And I'm very curious because usually there's a memory of something, Ryan, that allows you to feel that way. Like it could be in a dream state. It could be something in your life that made you feel that connection. And there probably is a connection. We probably should talk about it. TB Safari, good. Herbie, welcome. Diamond Behad. Oh, no, you don't have to come up now, but when you can come up, one of these nights, tell me you want to come up. We'll talk about it. I think it's interesting. I'm always interested in when people feel that thing, whenever you want to come up on some night, obviously you can. There you go. It's Kentha, Plucky, 1964, Bonnie Blue. Hey, Bonnie Blue. Excuse me. Hey, Marinette, good to see you. Peace, love, and light. Hey, Ruby, Kerry79, good evening. Michelle Daniel, good evening. We're just getting started here. We are just getting started. Thank you for the roses, Dubaloo. We haven't even started yet. So no one's missing anything. It's now 11:02 p.m. on the east coast of the planet Earth here in Connecticut. And it's a little bit cold out tonight, a little bit of snow. Hey, Lynn, thank you for the donut. I'm planning on eating over 20 donuts tonight. If I get 19 more donuts, I'll have eaten all 19. That's a world record for me. Virtual donuts. I can't gain any weight on virtual donuts. So I figure there's 19 more donuts to go. And sometime between now and 1 o'clock, I hope to eat all of them. Just kidding. All right. Mr. Grinder Motivation, good evening. Hey, Half Pint, good evening. And good evening to my sister. I see my sister out there. Is she here? I just saw Friends and Furries pop up on my screen. Let me see what's going on here. Okie dokie. I will know in a moment. Let's see what we got on here. Oh, maybe she's going live. So it's good to have everybody here. Hello, user 661. Namaste. Starseed Light Workers United. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother. Let's see here. Yes, definitely a lot of love and blessings to all. Fish and Chick, that's a good one. Jaden, welcome, Jaden. Hey, Infinity777, good to see you. Hey, Karen. Hank, hey, Hank. Everybody coming in here, all the new people, all the regular people. Tanya, good to see you. Mary, welcome, Mary. Sherry, welcome, Sherry. Anonymous 2.0, good to see you. Bob, good to see you, Bob. Welcome. Melissa Neal. Hey, Melissa. Melanie. Everybody coming in. Salty Dog. Julie Harrington. Welcome, Julie. Everybody out there. Holly Mitchell. Michelle, I think it is. Holly Michelle. I don't want to mess up the names here. Christina Marie. Hey, Rachel. And Tammy. Everybody coming. Arthur. Good to see you, Arthur. Rosie Flores. Good evening. Good to see you. Jerry, welcome. Monster. Good evening, Monster. Thomas Bezzi, I think, Mona, and Sunshine, everybody coming in here. So anyway, you're watching Encounters. A good hello to the whole world, Alaska Life, everybody out there. And the way things happen here, it's very spontaneous on the show. It's been that way for 3 years. We love interviewing people that have had experience. I've had people that have been visited by space people of the positive kind physically. We've had people that have been taken on spaceships on this show in the last 3 years. All kinds of interesting things here happen. So you're going to find, we're into disclosure. We're into the cosmic truth. We're into finding out what the lies are or what the truth is that is being lied about in Washington and other places in the world by governments regarding space people or extraterrestrial intelligence. Denny Coate. Interesting. Definitely the most positive experience I've had. And Zilla, good to see you. I know many of you out there, I can tell when we have hundreds of people on here at night, that out of the hundreds of people, there are probably many of you that have had encounters. And you might be saying, well, I'm not ready to talk about it yet. I want to listen and see how the show is before I start talking about it. Yeah, Danny, we'd love to have you up to talk about it. And you might just be our first guest. I do everything very spontaneous here. So, again, you have to be over 18. Foul language on the program. No smoking on screen at all. No smoking at all. No drinking on the screen. No drugs. No paranormal discussion. No religion and no politics. And no cursing. So I'm going to pull up a person on the show here. Voice of one, welcome. Excuse me. And let's see here. So we're going to bring up Denny Coate, and we're going to see what he has to say and what his experiences are. And if you wish to be a guest on the show, excuse me for the coughing here, we will bring you up. Just tell me a little bit about yourself. You can go in the multi-Q section. Hey, Chesno. Hey, brother. Good to see you. I know we're getting a little bit of snow on the coastline, so hopefully not too bad. It's probably raining down there, the New Haven area, but good to have you with us, brother. So we're going to get into a lot of things. You never know who's going to come up and tell a story. We're updated on all our shows. All our shows are, if you go to my main profile page, you can actually link up to my Ashtar Command Spaceship News on my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel. You can watch hundreds of the shows that I've produced there. That means you'll have to probably have a lot of coffee, and you're going to have to sit there for hours and hours a day catching up with all the shows we've done since I've been on here. Or, a couple of them anyway. Zombie, thank you for the hat. I appreciate it. Tar. Uh-oh. The Alexa app is talking. Hold on a second. I have to unplug the Alexa app. She is responding, and I didn't say anything. Hold on a minute. Just give me a moment. Well, maybe she won't say anything. We'll leave her alone. If she starts talking to me about star people, then we're going to have to unplug her. Because she has done stuff before here, and it's just, you never know what's going to happen here. So we are going to bring up our first guest. Oh, wait a minute. Alexa's talking. I got to take care of this app. Hold on a minute. Stop. No, I'm trying to stop her. No, I'm trying to use her. Oh, I'm not doing anything. Okay. Never mind. My better half is using the app, so I'm not going to say a word. She's trying to do something with it. All right. Did anyone see the UFO in the West the other night? Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to bring up our first guest. As soon as here we go. First guest of the night at 11:09 p.m. on the East Coast of the U.S. Denny, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, I got to bring
Hi.
my volume up here. Wait a minute. I had the volume down. Now I can hear you. Good evening.
Hi there. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazingly well.
Well, welcome to Encounters, and what would you like to share with us tonight?
This past summer, I had a significant encounter that was at a distance of about 60 meters. I paced
60
it
meters.
off. Yes.
Okay.
I was walking home at about 3 in the morning in a subdivision in my city, and I passed a side street that ran off about a block from my house.
Okay.
And I turned my head to the right, and sitting in the corner of the street,
Yeah.
next to a telephone pole with a light on it, was what I would describe as a Christmas tree topper the size of a house.
Really?
Yes.
And
Go ahead. Oh, I was going to say my first reaction was, that's not supposed to be there.
Right.
And I tilted my head and it stayed there. Think of something made entirely of, the liquid metal android from the second movie of the Arnold Schwarzenegger machine franchise. That one, yes.
The liquid becomes
the liquid,
solid.
yes, that in the shape of it was a geometric object. And you see them all the time when it comes. Actually, there was a video on crop circles.
Yeah.
And they went over this one crop circle, and what they were doing was rendering the 2D impressions of crop circles into 3 dimensions and the shape of the vehicle that made them.
Yeah.
When I saw this object, this ship, it was a ship.
Yeah.
It felt at the same time like my head was going to explode and implode at the very same time, and I was completely immobilized.
Wow.
And I never felt fear.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that what I was looking at was real, but it was like, that's beyond anything that I can even describe as being something I would ever consider encountering in my life.
And
No
this
fear.
is something, no fear, but you didn't expect this. You were in the city, correct?
I was in a subdivision.
Subdivision, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, city, essentially.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was immobile, and I looked at it and I thought, if I get on that, I'll be gone. They will never,
Did, did you, let me ask you a question. Did you feel
yeah.
like you're being invited to go on this particular ship?
I was being given the opportunity, and it was a neutral offer. It wasn't please come here, and it wasn't
Right.
don't come here. It was, this is here. If you choose to, you could
Yeah.
get on it and come with us.
Interesting. Interesting. And where was this located for people that are watching all over the world?
This was in the Fraser Valley of BC
British
in
Columbia, okay.
Canada.
Oh, wow. And this happened exactly when?
Last summer,
Last
this
summer.
past
Wow.
summer, probably late. I think it was June.
Mm-hmm.
And
Interesting.
so the interesting thing is, synchronicity has taken over my life and completely become the way that I operate. And the reason that I understand that this is so is because 1 week before, on my YouTube homepage,
Yeah.
the recommended video was about amplituhedron, which is
Yeah.
a geometric object that represents physical objects in space-time,
Yeah.
mathematically. And I thought that's what I was looking at. It actually is. Okay.
Wow.
And I was
Yeah.
like, what is that? And then a week later, I got on my homepage a recommendation of somebody channeling. And that's what door that opened.
Mm-hmm.
About a month and a half after this, I was walking to town in the same subdivision on a different street. And it was a cloudy day, and not overcast, just cloudy. And I looked up, and there was, you know what Mylar balloons look like?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So like an L-shaped Mylar balloon. And it looked as though, when I first looked at it, it had been let go by a child and it was floating away.
Mm-hmm.
And think of the L, the point of the L being up, and the
Yeah.
two legs of the L pointing down. So like an
Mm-hmm.
arrow facing up. And what it was doing was waving back and forth. The point of the L was not moving, but the legs were. So it was waving back and
Wow.
forth. And I was like,
Interesting.
I thought it looked like it was going up, and then it stopped. And I was like, and it kept waving back and forth like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went up a whole bunch and got smaller, and it was waving. And I probably stood in the middle of the street for 5 minutes and stared at it.
Wow.
And then I was just like, okay, I'm seeing this. It's there. I'm going to go now, because I was on my way somewhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's what I saw. I've seen one of those now.
Yeah.
These experiences have given me an understanding of purpose in life that is beyond anything that I ever even consider.
Right. Do you think that sighting, that thing that happened to you last summer, was a real pivotal point in switching your consciousness to something bigger?
I have always known that we were not alone. It confirmed it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went a number of weeks later. This experience has rippled throughout my life in echoes. I was walking in the forest one day, and there's a special spot that I've always gone to for the past like 30 years. And I
Mm-hmm.
call it the cathedral because it's a treed area in a creek valley.
Mm-hmm.
And it's treed in such a way that it feels cathedral-ish. It has that open, cavernous feel to it. And I thought, for the first time, I thought, you know what? Inside there, that ship that I saw would be just like this if I wanted it to be. And I knew that that was so.
Wow.
If I was to have gotten on that ship, that was my ship, by the way.
Oh,
If I,
that ship that you saw. When did you realize that was your ship or that you were part of that grouping?
I was probably a month and a half later, and I realized that the reason, like, I was thinking about that ship, that ship, that ship, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just
yeah.
flipped in my mind that that was my ship, which is why it did not surprise me that it was there now thinking
Right.
about it. Because,
Yeah.
of course, it was there. It's mine.
And when you say mine, just to give a sort of a galactic perspective, obviously there was intelligences watching you on that ship that maybe you didn't see. Did you feel the presence of them? Well, obviously the ship's there, so obviously this thing's big enough where there's, when you go into a ship like that, a lot of times they're way bigger than they appear, even as big as they are. What's inside is even bigger
Yes.
than the outside.
Yes. I didn't. So, sorry, you had a question.
No, no. So I'm just
Okay.
curious. I feel it's very interesting that you knew, like, as you're getting to the story, I kind of felt you had a connection to the space people on that ship, and you said that's my ship. In translation, you're very connected to where that star grouping is from.
Yes. And actually, yeah, it's given me, like I say, it's given me a singulus of purpose why I came here as a human being, why I am the way I am, and why my experience has gone the way it has. And it's actually, I went a couple of weeks after that nighttime experience. So the street that it was in connects from where I was standing to a different street. So I
Yeah,
walked backwards along as though I was coming up from behind where it was. And I
yeah.
got that same feeling of pressure and that, like, it must have been myself integrating the higher vibrational feeling, because
Hmm.
the watching that video where they did a 3D rendering of the energy that created the 2D gave me the
Yeah,
same feeling as when I saw it, and I was like, that's how I knew it was real.
yeah. You see. Now, since the summer of last year, when June, when this happened to you, have you had any? I'm not assuming this at all. I don't want to. Have you had any other encounters or contacts since then? I'm kind of thinking things expanded beyond that point of that physical vehicle, that ship.
The only other contact experience that I've had is that small wavy one.
Yeah,
And coming to think of it now, it may have been far away and larger, but it may have also been extraordinarily small and right in front of
right,
me. And I didn't reach out to touch it or anything. I just
right.
stood there and watched it.
Yeah, yeah.
But there have been no other contacts, but I believe and I understand. And this is one of the things that I've taken as a gift, is the idea of using how the algorithm of the YouTube homepage guides me, because they are driven by AI, right?
I mean, the YouTube, the algorithm, you mean?
The ships and
Um, some maybe, but most of the ships that I
some.
deal with from the command, they're not driven by any AI. They're just they come here like the Astro Command ships. But I do get what you're saying about that.
The other thing too is there are many ships that I've seen described. I've been thinking about this since I was about able to read.
Yeah,
And they talk about glowing in light. This one was not glowing other than that there was enough light to see it, and there was no sense of motion that it had traveled through the intervening space to get there. It had
Wow.
simply become there and left. It did not. So they're using, they're quantum tunneling to travel.
Right, right. So what you're saying is, and this is, I get it, because the ship is there 1 minute and it's not there. So what's doing is it's going in and out of our frequency vibration, and that it can just appear and disappear like in 2 seconds.
Yes. Yeah, it can be
It's
just,
just, yeah,
it's instant.
it's
So
instant.
they simply just change their coordinates of where they
Yeah,
are, and they go, so they don't have to travel through the intervening. There was no sense of it had come from anywhere, or that it had any kind of
right,
thrusters on it.
right.
And there was no, the points of the star were rounded on the ends.
Yeah,
So think
interesting.
of, it's yeah, I would say it's just like a giant Christmas ornament, and it was literally within 15 feet of a telephone pole that
Wow,
had a light on it. So
wow.
there was houses all around it.
Yeah,
And interestingly, in the middle of the corner above which it was sitting, there's a manhole for the storm sewer. And I'm wondering if there's now a vortex, or there has been a vortex there, and that's why they showed up there.
either that or they showed up there because of you, because they knew you were going to be there. That's the other thing you have to ask yourself. That was a safe place for them for whatever reason. There's
Yeah.
the space people. There you are. There they are. And in a sense, you did have contact because, I mean, it was contact, even though you possibly did not physically interact with the intelligences on that ship. You did have contact, which I really
Yes.
get strongly that I'm also getting information as we're talking to you that
Yes.
you can reconnect with them on a more physical level. Are you ready to do that? That's the question.
Yes, I am. I've actually, every time I walk by there, I look and I want that ship to be there again, so that I,
Hmm.
not because I don't believe it was there, but because it would
Right,
make
right,
my
right,
heart very happy to, yes,
right.
and that it was open for me as an experience again. Yes.
So here, I'm getting information for you. This is what happens on my show when I talk to beautiful people like this. I'm getting information for you. Give me a moment. If you wish to connect with them, before you go to sleep, you know how to use telepathy, like inner mind communications.
I haven't, no, not quite.
Okay, I'm gonna teach you in 2 seconds how to do this. I'm gonna make it very simple. So the way you're gonna do this is before you go to sleep each night,
Yes.
you're going to, like, we're verbally talking to each other. Everybody, I'm talking to him. He's talking to me. We're having a conversation. When you
Yes.
go to sleep, before you go to sleep, you're going to initiate the remembrance of that ship. You're going to put that
Yes.
ship in the forefront of your consciousness. You're going to remember how beautiful that ship looked to you. And then as you look
Yes.
at that ship in your inner consciousness, you're going to ask the space people on that ship to communicate with you in your sleep. And they will.
Yes.
You're going to use telepathy.
Yes.
Telepathy is only the talking without words. So like as I'm
Yes.
jumbling here words and speaking and moving my lips, you're going to go to inner consciousness where there is no lip moving. You're going to be
Yes.
basically transmitting a message to them through your consciousness.
Yes. Okay.
Just like we were talking here, but without verbalizing it. So if I was sitting in front
Yes.
of you and I wanted to telepathically send a message, I would not say a word to you. I would say it within my
Right.
consciousness. So you're going to be able to do that, you know?
Yes. One of the other things that that this experience has given me is the understanding of the multiple parallelism of reality,
Hmm.
and how infinite that is, and that we're coming to the point where these realities are shifting and changing, and we are able to. What I've come to understand that I am is an interdimensional soul that has narrowed itself down to come into this physical reality.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
what my purpose here is as we transition to this next state of being that we're going towards, assist those from the earth side with comfort and ease in the mutation or the transformation, because
Transformation.
there is more, because we're changing so rapidly now.
Oh,
It
we
can
are.
feel it can feel like a loss of control. And I'm here to just basically walk with people and
Hmm.
provide a calm, deep source of grounding so that
Mm-hmm.
as they experience what they're experiencing, they can
Yeah.
feel the calm resonance that can help them understand those feelings.
Yeah. And when you mention you're an interdimensional being, then you're basically it's your truth. Like you are a star seed, but you're an interdimensional star seed. So interdimensional, multidimensional, we all come from beautiful places. The interdimensional,
Yes.
the higher frequency. I mean, it's just all, there's so many places we can go in our unlimited consciousness, everybody. And what you're able to do is when you do this telepathy thing that I'm talking
Yes.
about, I believe
Yes.
if you do what I'm saying, the space people on that ship that you connected with, the ship, they are
Yes.
waiting for you to communicate with them. I've had more than one person in the last 3 years that has been contacted, and they're waiting for the person to recontact them. So it's like,
Yes.
okay, you called me on the phone, and I didn't answer. But if I answer the phone, then we'll communicate with each other. So if you take the analogy of a cell phone, you're calling me, and I haven't picked up the phone. I'll see your message, but I won't be able to respond because I haven't picked up the phone to talk to you. If I
Yes.
pick up the phone to talk to you, then we're going to have interactive communications between each other. The same
Yes.
thing goes for telepathy. When you communicate
Yes.
through consciousness people, and this is for everybody, you can make contact with the space people of light if you learn how to discipline yourself through the use of telepathy. If you use
Yes.
telepathy, you can make contact with the space people. Does everybody understand this?
Yes. Can I say one more thing before I'll
Yeah.
step out so you can share with somebody else?
Yeah, of course.
I was on the other day and you were talking to somebody, and I have done this multiple times in my life where I called I don't think so on what I was seeing,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, no, that's not real. That's not actually happening. What I was wrong. Your explanation of how to telepathically connect with this, it vibrates deeply within me as a similar resonance to the energy that I carry anyway. So I would like to thank you for expressing your gift and being who you are as completely as you can and guiding me in this ability to serve. And thank you very much. I will be following you and paying attention to the work that you're doing here because we need this, because this transition is going swimmingly, but it is not always quite so smooth.
Right. We're living on Earth, and when we all came to Earth, like yourself, from another world, and here, and we never knew we knew what we were getting into, but we didn't know it was going to be like this. But we're doing
I
good. We're working
forgot.
together. Yeah,
We
we do.
forget. It's a fun game, and I appreciate you remembering who you are and helping me to do likewise. And honor and respect to your gift, my friend.
Thank you, and brother, I respect you, and I can't wait to start communicating with them before you go into your dream state. As you do this, I can't wait to hear your next story.
Thank you.
All right,
All right,
everybody, Denny.
I'll step down. Thank you very much.
All right, up in Canada, we're going to bring you down, brother. Let's see here. A beautiful, beautiful story, and I'm going to be doing more interviews tonight. Towards the end of the night, I might show a video if I didn't really find anything that I felt was really like dramatically important to show tonight. So I think we're going to do a lot of interviews. So, and that's hey, Palladian, good to see you. So it's really important to get ready, folks. To get prepared. We're going into March pretty soon. 2 months into the new year, we're into February, almost the middle of February. Things are going to amp up. They already are amping up. Thank you, Palladian. Same goes, back to you. There's so many things here that I wish to show the world, and if I could reach the whole planet, I would do it in a heartbeat. I would do it in a heartbeat. And there's a lot of diversions out there, even on social media. There's a lot of diversions trying to keep people asleep, people coming up with things that aren't real, diversions. So we're going to bring up, and again, remember, when we bring you up, you got to be, whoops, I just dropped something here. You need to be over 18, no kids on the show, no cursing on the show, no smoking on the show, no vaping on the show. I guess that's the same thing as smoking. No drugs, no drinking, no religion whatsoever. If you bring up religion and all that stuff, you will be going down off the show. So understand, we're not going to talk religion. As soon as that religion stuff comes on my show, I will disconnect the host, the guest on the show. So please, no religion. Since I have protocol and host the show, I have and will do what I need to do, which is keep this religious free, and we're not going to get into it. So if you want to be a guest, if you've had any, if you're interested in talking about your things that you've seen, have you seen the SEAL energy generator? No. Oh, Corey, I was watching your live earlier. You were on live. I saw you live and I saw what you were showing people. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Corey's been a guest on my show, by the way. He is having immense contact with the space people, and he's got a lot of stuff going on constantly. Hey, Raindrop, good to see you. We'll have more information. Alien is going today. He was to go in England to see an exorcist, and I told him after he does that, we're going to have him back on. Oh, I have no. Oh, the CERN. It's CERN. What's happening with CERN now? Sonia, good to have you with us. Oh, the atom particle machine. Yeah, I know about CERN. Yes. Yeah, I did. I didn't have time to stay in there, Corey, but I did see some stuff. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to have the alien person back on probably tomorrow night. I want to get an update from him. Let me see what we got in here. Randomly speaking, I'm going to bring up Biggie and then Star, and then I'm going to bring up Herman. So, Biggie the Kid is our guest on Encounters, our second guest. And good evening.
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing good, and I got the camera going here, so let me see if I could. I'm going to press the thing to invite you on the camera, so if you don't know how to use it, this makes it easier. And then you just save it, and it'll bring if you are able to do it, it'll bring your real person live on the screen. You'll see a camera thing happening. Oh, we just lost them. What happened here? Let's see. We're going to bring up Star and then Groovy. Groovy's been on the show with Star, Groove. Actually, Star, Herman, and then Groovy. So let me bring up Star. I lost Biggie the Kid. Hello. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good. So I'm pressing my camera thing here. If you're able to come on the camera, that's fine. If not, that's all right too.
Well, I actually have a video to show you. It's not my video, but it's something that I posted because I just think it's pretty important to, be shown on TikTok. It's actually from Red Note. So this video comes from Beijing, China.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So let's be careful because the other night I played a video and TikTok didn't like it.
Okay. All right. For entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's see here. So this is from Beijing, China. And what are we looking at here in China?
So it's right here. It's this octopus-like UAP.
Oh, yeah.
And there will be planes going above it and below it. And the person who posted this video, he said that he lives on the 59th floor and he has no idea what it is. See, it's going above planes and it's going, I'll replay it, but it's going above planes and it's going below them.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And this is like the city line right here. So this thing is really high to be a kite.
Yeah. No, it looks like it's pretty big. It could be one of those octopus type things that are doing the environment, cleaning the environment.
Right. But see how it
Interesting.
goes above the
Yeah.
plane and then below the plane.
I
And
wonder how
then
many.
it's also
I wonder how.
not, it's in the same
Yeah.
area, so it's not it's like not moving.
I wonder how many passengers saw that in the jets that were going by it. You know.
Yeah. I have no idea. That's what I was wondering. I wonder if, you know,
And
what the
I know
pilots saw.
April has talked about those. They are there to clean the air, our environment.
Right.
When was this recorded?
This was actually taken on the 5th of February.
5th of February. Okay. And where in China was this?
Beijing.
Beijing, China.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, well, Beijing might have a lot of pollution, you know?
Yeah. Well,
And
a lot,
Beijing
I
is
know they
surrounded
have
by
light
mountains.
pollution.
Light pollution, yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting, Star.
Yeah, I just figured I'd, you know, show it to you because this is stuff that's happening all around the world. It's not just the US, it's not just the
Yeah.
UK. You know, this
No, it's
stuff is
pretty
happening
wild.
everywhere.
I
And
would have to I would have to imagine the airline pilots saw it, even though they probably didn't say anything.
exactly. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, at first I thought it was one of those octopus kites, but you could see like the highways down here, the buildings are
Yeah.
here, and
Yeah.
he's like very high on the
Yeah.
58th floor. So I mean,
That's a good visual place to record.
and if you look a little in the background, you could see the mountain range
Yeah, I
right
can see
here.
that.
So this is higher than the highest point of the mountain.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
So that's pretty cool. I just wanted
All
to show
right.
that to you.
A report from Beijing, China, of one of those objects. They look like an octopus, but they're not. They're actually kind of like a ship that is cleaning the air, cleaning the environment. That's what those are.
Actually, I'll zoom in on it because you can see it has like kind of like a horns at the end.
Yeah. It has things hanging from the bottom of it.
Yeah. But that's what it looks like zoomed in.
Yeah, those things are there to clean the environment. Yep, they're pretty cool. Look at that. Pretty crazy. Yeah. So
yeah, that's super awesome. And just the way the planes go above and below.
It definitely is a technology, although it doesn't look like your typical spaceship. But the more and more you learn about them, if you see them, they're cleaning the environment of our air.
It kind of looks like a Dementor a little bit from Harry Potter.
Yeah, although it's not that, thank goodness.
No, definitely not. Hopefully not.
Yeah. No.
I don't need to see those.
You know, as SpongeBob would say, imagination.
Exactly.
Okay, Star, thanks for that bit of footage from China.
Thank you. Thanks for having me up all the time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You always have some stuff to share, so I appreciate that. Everybody, Star, and the information from China. And let me bring her down, and let's see who the next guest will be on Encounter. You're watching Encounters. Please share, like, and follow. We're going to bring on Herman, and then Groovy is going to be next. After that, we're going to bring on Herman to the show, the #1 UFO spiritual talk show on social media on the planet. And we love having different people on here and talking about all this stuff. And if TikTok doesn't do its thing correctly, right now it's spinning around and around. Let's see if it stops so I can talk to Herman. I'm watching TikTok do its spinning thing here. You're watching Encounters. Welcome to the show, everybody. There's many places you can be, but it's good to be here. You never know what's going to happen. We're at about 30,000 likes right now, 30,400, and we want to go over 100,000 by 1 a.m. on the East Coast. Let's make it happen. Everybody tap the screen, share, like, and love. You know what to do. Share, like, and love. Definitely. It looks like, Herman, we're having trouble getting on here, and I don't know, the TikTok thing is not working. You might want to come back in and try to do it again. And, so we're going to bring up Biggie. We'll bring up Biggie in a minute. I'm going to go to Groovy and then back to Biggie. I don't know what happened to Biggie, but we're going to try to get Biggie back up here. And now we're going to go to Groovy. We're going to get a little bit groovy here.
Okay, well, I guess I am ready now.
You are ready, Groovy. How are you?
Oh my goodness.
Let me just bring the thing here. And I'm pressing the little button to get you on the screen here. Am I able to do
Okay,
that?
hang on. I'm going to turn on my camera. Why isn't this working?
It should. Let me. I just pressed my end here. There's
There we
Groovy.
go.
Hey, Groovy. How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome here.
Thank you.
And go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, yeah. I'm going to turn it over to you. What would you like to share tonight?
Well, I have some updates, and I mean, as you know, when I was on the show, what was it, like Friday or Saturday?
Yeah, someone there, yeah.
Yeah, I was a complete wreck. I'm trying to put my phone in a little holder thing here. Hang on. I'm sorry.
Holder, yeah, okay, no problem.
There we go.
This is live TV worldwide. There you go.
Got my tray table up here.
Oh, good.
So first of all, I have to start with a very sincere thank you to everyone in this room. The amount of love that was shown to me was absolutely amazing. My inbox just exploded, and I couldn't even get to all the messages. And it was so heartwarming, because what I shared wasn't easy, and it's my truth, and it's what's been happening to me. And
It's okay.
I'm struggling, as you guys know, but I am doing a little bit better. Last night I wasn't in the show because I got pulled into another room. Not that like someone like physically pulled me into another room, but I was drawn in. And it was a beautiful show. And I met another handful of about 5 or 6 just wonderful people. And I had shared with them a little bit about, myself and what's been going on. And for the people that like don't know my story, basically I have felt like I don't belong on this planet since I was in 1st grade. I'm now 48 years old, but I never knew what to do with that feeling. I just knew that I didn't belong. And who knew that coming on to your show several months ago was going to lead me into these answers that I have been looking for since 1st grade.
It's okay.
So I got to share a little bit about, for the people that don't know me, I've been battling, physical health and mental health issues since I was 16 years old, for 32 years. May of 2022, I had a spinal cord stroke. That was my fault.
It's okay. It's okay to cry.
I don't want cried and cried all the day.
No, it's okay. You're safe. You're safe here. You're safe here.
Today was a really good day. I mean, like last night was so intense. I never fell asleep last night. I'm still awake from yesterday. And today I tried to lay down and to calm my head, and I could not do it. But, you know, being in a nursing home, you have shower days. So today was my shower day. And I either get in there or I miss it and I have to wait till the next one. So I got in there. And it felt amazing, first of all, because, you know, I don't take a shower every day. So I was in there for probably like a half an hour. I came out, and because of an anonymous person here in your room, someone gifted me a hairdryer that I needed. Because everything that I own is in a storage unit, and I don't have my stuff. I don't have access to it. I got to blow dry my hair for the first time in over 2.5 years.
Oh my
Instead
God.
of sitting here and waiting for it to air dry for hours and freezing while I waited for it to air dry. And then I even put on makeup today. I'm feeling pretty good. Last night, it turned out that I had 2 more implants in me.
Really?
The one that April removed over the weekend, that was the one that was underneath my right shoulder blade and went over into my neck spine and then down my back and wrapped around my spine. And then the 2 that were removed yesterday, I don't know if I'm allowed to say other people's names or other people's rooms in here. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think
We'll
there's
just
a
skip
problem
it.
with that, but okay.
Okay, I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. But yeah, so I was in someone else's room, and he's a healer. And so he found the 2 more on me. He said they look like ticks with 6 legs. And one was on my heart chakra. Therefore, I could not receive love. Makes sense. The other one was on my crown chakra. So I have not been able to receive downloads. Once those 2 came off, it was really, really slow. But as the night and the morning went on, and I'm watching the clock go around and around all morning and watching the sun come up, I'm feeling better and better and better. And I got a lot done today. I was very productive, which is lately not like me.
Yeah.
Just things that I needed to take care of, I got done. And I just boom, 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 all this stuff out. Sleep was just not on the menu.
Right.
But just really quick, I want to back up just about that simple little hairdryer gift to whoever gave that to me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know who gave it to me, but I cried. The Amazon package arrived, and I'm like, I didn't order anything. And she's like, well, got your name on it. And I said, oh my God, it's my hairdryer. And I cried. That was yesterday.
And how are you feeling? I don't need to know the healer's name or whatever, But how are you feeling right now? Do you feel your body is clear of the implants? Let me know.
It's hard to say because I'm so sick and because I have so many things wrong with me that I don't know. There could be more on me. The interesting thing is that the healer did say that the two that looked like the ticks, those were from the greats. That freaked me out.
And so when the healer, and I don't want to even know who the healer is, but are you for sure certain that the two implants that the healer took out were taken out? Did you feel a difference in yourself? That's important.
Slowly.
Okay.
Slowly. I mean, I do feel better. But it's like, oh my God, is there like a fourth one in me? I don't know.
You don't know.
I
There might not be. I mean,
don't know.
one of the things that we can do tonight is scan you to make sure that there's nothing else in there. April took out the other implant that you mentioned, and this healer person, whoever they are, supposedly took out these two implants. So we can do a scanning over folks to, from my end, go to space consciousness, and I can scan you. And then if I do, well, if there's an implant, the way I do my thing here, because my father gifted me with palm of my hands, is I'll shoot heat energy in your body, and it'll touch the implant, and you'll say, "Oh, stop, Commander." They'll tell me to stop, and when she tells me to stop, that tells me that's where the implant is. When I'm touching the implant with heat energy, I can neutralize the implant and take it right out. And
Right.
that's the way I've been taught to do it by my space family, and that's easy, So I'm glad you're feeling
When the
better. But
healer was in me yesterday, I didn't even feel him in me. When April was in me, I felt her and I did feel
yeah,
her remove it. I felt it right
yeah,
here in my shoulder blade, the back of it. I felt it come out.
yeah.
Weird.
So
So weird.
would you like me to do a scanning to make sure that those two implants are out of you?
Sure.
You want, I'd be
It
happy.
can't,
So I can
yeah,
do
it
this.
can't
So
hurt.
I think I should do this. Yeah, I need to do this. So I'm going to ask, and people who are watching my show for the first time, let me give people a background before I do anything here. I come from off planet. This is like a human bodysuit for me, but I switch my consciousness into space consciousness, 100% consciousness, and I'm going into space consciousness right now as we speak. You're watching me speak. I'm now going into my Ashtar consciousness. I call it Ashtar consciousness, into my cosmic Christed consciousness as a space person, and off planet, I am also known as Alion. So if I take the commander away, my space name is Alion. Alion. So commander is only used because I have spiritual control of my own being. That's why I use the word commander. But I am Alion, and that's who I am from off planet. They know me as Alion. So I'm going to focus on helping GroovyChick, and we're going to scan her. And I'm already amping up heat energy. It's coming through me. When you close your eyes, Groovy, I'm going to scan you. And as I scan you slowly from your head, we're going to shoot heat energy into your body. If there's an implant there, I'm going to touch it with the beams of light, people. When I do that, I'm actually going to be able to touch the implant, neutralize it, and I will be able to take the implant and destroy it. And Groovy will feel me doing it. There'll be some feeling that I did something versus no feeling whatsoever. So keep your eyes closed. Groovy, I want you to breathe in. As you know, breathe in out in the nostril, breathe in the mouth and out of the nostril. I'm sorry, the reverse. About through a couple of times. So you're going to see me do here on this show with the palm of my hands. No tricks. I am gifted to remove implants. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is funny, Mary. So I'm going to remove implants. So no, she's not sleeping. She's awake. So keep your eyes closed. When you feel relaxed, Groovy, let me know.
I'm relaxed.
Okay, so now I'm going to start shooting energy. I'm now going to start going above her head. What I'm doing now is to feel the energy around her. I feel a tingling energy from her aura. above her. I'm now going to shoot energy slowly down into her. And when you feel it, there's a heat energy sequence that's going to happen. She's feeling the energy from me. Tell people where you are. I'm in Connecticut. Where are you located?
Outside of Chicago.
She's in Chicago, Illinois. I'm in Connecticut. I am remotely going to remove an implant from Chicago, where she is. I'm in Connecticut. So that's what I do here. I'm going to help her.
I feel it.
So now we're going to go into her head and go down lower. If there's any other implants in you, I'm going to take them out and destroy the implants. I'm working in space consciousness now, not Earth consciousness. There's a difference between my operation in space consciousness versus Earth consciousness.
I feel you around my chest, like maybe shoulders and heart.
Yes. Yes, shoulder area.
I feel like hope. I feel pressure.
Yes.
Like
I believe if I hit
my back. I feel pressure from my back.
When I hit the implant, I'm getting close to something here. When I hit the implant, tell me to stop. I'm shooting beams of light into your body right now.
Wow.
For those that are just coming in here, I'm actually a space person in a human form. My name is Aleon. I'm one of the good people, and I'm a Christed being of light. I remove implants remotely. She's in Chicago. I'm in Connecticut. I'm going to go down a little bit here.
I feel pressure at my heart.
Yes, I have a lot of amped up energy shooting into your body.
Oh. This is very emotional.
Yes.
A lot of feelings are coming out.
Yes. I'm freeing you of a lot of the pent up feelings, but I'm also looking for implants. At the same time I'm doing that, I'm going down a little bit here. I'm going to go in the back of your spinal column and work my way around that area. I have one hand on the side of your body, one hand on the back of your spinal column towards your head to your neck. Tell me when to stop. I'm going to shoot more energy in. If I hit something, tell me to stop and I'll stop. And I'll focus on it.
Right there.
Yeah. Right there?
Right there. Yeah.
That's where it is, because I'm getting like right here.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Right there. There's an implant right there. I'm going to take the implant out. I'm going to shoot the energy and neutralize the implant so it can't move anywhere. I'm really getting a lot of heat energy coming out of my palms here.
I'm sweating. My palms are absolutely clammy.
Okay, I'm going to take the implant now, and as I pull it, I'm going to sever the implant with light beams of energy, and now I'm going to pull it on both ends. I'm going to pull it out of your area. It's coming around the shoulder neck area. I'm going to take the whole implant out of you, and when it's out, you'll tell me. I'm going to take it out. I'm dissolving the implant as I take it out of her body. When it's out, please tell me. Almost. I have control of it. Almost.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, I know.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Mm-mm.
No, it's not yet. I know that.
I'm really dizzy.
Okay, we're going to get it out of her body.
Like vertigo?
Yeah. Just center. Take a deep breath. Relax. Take a deep breath.
It's really hot in here. I still feel it.
Yeah. I'm shooting energy from the other side with the other part of my palm here. I'm going to use one hand to shoot the energy, pushing the implant out of one side of your body. I'm getting the whole thing to be forced out onto the right shoulder, straight out of your body. It's coming through the neck area, and that's where I'm focused right now. We're going to get the whole implant out of her. Some implants take a little bit of time to get out, but she'll be okay once I get it out.
So hot.
Just breathe. You need to breathe. That's really important.
It hurts.
Yeah, we're gonna get it out.
My upper back, lower neck.
Okay.
Right here.
Right there?
Hurts.
Okay. I'm
Not
shooting
like
energy.
pain, but hurts.
Not pain. It just hurt. No
yeah,
pain.
not pain.
I understand. So we're going to pull back right here. I'm pulling straight out and then up. What I'm doing is using beams of light energy, and I have complete control of the implant that I'm pulling out of her. And we're going to, as soon as we get it out, we'll know. This is a pretty long implant. So if you see my arm going backwards, that's because human beings, when they're implanted, you think they're small implants. These things are a lot bigger than people realize.
I need more deodorant.
No, well, that's a whole nother subject. But and she's smiling with all this going on. The fact that you can laugh and you're smiling, we're going to get the implant out of there. You got a sense of humor, Groovy. Let me tell you.
Always have.
Good. That's the best way to be when you're having implants removed. To have a sense of humor. Now she has more implants in her. That's why we had to do a redo here.
My sense of humor is what got me through the last 32 years of medical crap.
Good for you. The sense of humor is the thing that gives you hope, you know? So now I'm going to shoot in beams of energy in that area, a blast of light. And what we're going to do is destroy the implant, not only taking it out, but anything within it. We're going to make the molecular structure disappear out of your body right now. I'm doing that. I'm now shooting beams of energy in that area. You're going to feel it coming through, but it's going to be forcing what's left of the implant out of your body. So you might be sweating a bit, but you're going to feel a lot better afterwards. Yeah, and yeah. And then a good glass of cold water would be good too, I think, after this. Let's see here.
Yeah, it hurts again.
In the neck area?
Yeah, the neck, kind of the right side.
It's right there. I'm on the right up there now. Okay, I'm going to go there. I'm going to amplify and neutralize what's ever there. You should feel it just stopping. I'm going to neutralize it, and it's going to be stuck there until I take it out, whatever it is. So now I'm pushing into that area. I've got complete control of the light into that area. Give me a moment, folks. Yeah, the implant is big, but we'll get it out.
This is crazy.
I'm right there. I'm slowly pulling it out. Yeah, it's called layering. That's right. Sometimes what they'll do is relayer the implant, but we're going to get it out of her.
If I remember correctly, I think April said that when they're this long, it tells you that they've been in you that long because they've been growing.
Yeah, well, they've been in your body a lot of years. But now that we know they're there, now we can take them out, right? Now we can destroy those implants.
I want my intuition to be stronger again.
Give me a second. I'm just going to, as I'm doing this with one palm of my hand, I have to drink a little bit of apple cider for a minute. All right. I'm going to close my eyes here. I need to focus more. So I'm going to focus here.
Does it feel like it's getting smaller, maybe?
Yeah. It doesn't feel as big to me when I first started. It's almost like it's shrinking.
Yeah.
It's definitely shrinking. I can feel it shrinking. When I first did this, I felt a big bulge. And that's because the beams of energy into your body that I'm shooting in are destroying it. So not only do I pull out the implant, I can destroy the implant within the body till the point where there's no molecular structure left of the implant in her body. And remember, she's in Chicago and I'm in Connecticut here on the East Coast. We're not in the same room. We are and we aren't. We're on here live together, but the purpose of the implant is to basically block the person that's human from expanding their consciousness, and also they have many other devious purposes that the lower vibrational ETs do when they put these implants in people.
And I want my empath abilities to be back where they were too. Because both my intuition and my empath abilities have diminished over the years.
Yeah, that's because of the implants.
Right.
The blockage. Okay. And for anyone who's kind of lost, not understanding what's going on here, I've been gifted the ability to remotely remove implants. We're talking about extraterrestrial, low vibrational beings that have implanted humans. I take them out and I destroy them. Just for the new people that might not know what's going on here.
It's getting skinnier.
Yeah.
Definitely getting skinnier, like the diameter of it.
Yeah, I'm shooting the energy in. So instead of just pulling it out, I'm destroying it from within your body, which is a new thing I didn't realize I can do. So I'm destroying it within the body. It will not be there. The whole thing will be destroyed. The molecular structure of her implant is going to be destroyed. That's why it's thinning out. I've actually destroyed it from within. I pulled most of it out, but I'm destroying this implant from within her body, and it will be completely gone. There'll be nothing left. And all the light energy that's going in her body that I'm shooting in her body is going to amplify the molecular structure the molecular structure in her body is going to be amplified. The cellular structure, I mean. So this would not be considered Brenda Reiki. This is actually my space father last year gifted me the ability to remove implants remotely with the palm of my hand. So it's a little bit different. I understand what Reiki is, and it's a beautiful thing, but no, this would not be Reiki. I'm still working on this whole area between her neck, her shoulders, and her head. That's where the main part of this thing is, and we're basically shrinking it into nothing. And in a few minutes, it should be completely done. What'll happen is Groovy will tell me that there's nothing there because I'm now shooting beams of light in to her to dissolve the implant. So we're basically dissolving and destroying the implant. I'm shooting beams of energy now up her forehead, on top of her head, straight down into her head, into her neck. I have my other palm of my hand on the back of her spine, up around her neck. So everything I'm doing is I'm catching every area of her body up there, and I am destroying the implant. I can feel the heat energy coming back out again. Where it needs to, it'll just shoot out where it needs to shoot. Yes, you can. You can have several implants in one person. Thank you.
It's gone.
I feel it's not there anymore either.
It's gone.
Yeah. I'm going to keep your eyes closed.
It's totally different.
Yeah. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to do some healing energy work. I'm sending in beams of light into your whole area to heal your skin up where the implant was. So your skin's going to be healed up within less than an hour. The whole body will be healed.
It feels like a bubble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the implants are bad. Just Jane Doe, implants are bad. They're usually put in It could be a child like Groovy, years ago. Many children are implanted when they're kids. Adults are implanted. It really is. It varies, and it takes for me to do the work I do. To take implants out is a lot more work than people see. Visually, you see me doing my hand movements, but if you were sitting in my chair, it is sometimes these implants try to fight you, but on the end, we will destroy the implants and we usually win. So yeah. And I want you to keep your eyes closed. I want you to say these words. They're so important, Groovy. I am
I am
a Christed cosmic being of light.
a Christed cosmic being of light.
I am unconditional love.
I am unconditional love.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am strong.
I am strong.
And I am a starseed of light.
And I am a starseed of light.
And I will never be implanted ever again.
And I will never be implanted ever again.
I am now free.
I am now free.
You can now open your eyes, sister. Smile for me, will you? There you go. There's that smile. How do you feel?
Kind of drained.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of work, believe me. But you helped me. You helped me too,
Your energy was intense. I hope I didn't drain you for the rest of the night.
No, you didn't. Let me tell you something. I have my apple cider, so if I feel a little bit drained, I'll get a refill of that thing. Because that's what I drink. But no, I'm not drained. When I have to take out an implant and I'm removing an implant, I am amped up. I refuse to let anybody have an implant in their body. If the implant is a living implant and it tries to fight me, I'm even more dedicated to get the implant out of the person's body. So yeah, you're not going to have any more problems. You're good.
Thank you.
You're good.
I have to share something with somebody. There was so much that I wanted to say today.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a journal. But yeah, I am like a journal scrapbooker. And actually this one is the one that is it's so beautiful. I love it. It's going to go to my granddaughter, who, for those of you that don't know, she's 5 and she lives out of state and I've never met her. My son will not allow me to see her or meet her.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because I have bipolar, so therefore I'm a freak. So I'm making this for her and my journey, because I do believe that she is also me. I don't believe that my son is from the stars. But after April removed that implant, I immediately felt a bond to her that I've never felt, because she does not even know that I exist.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, but I'm making this book for her. So I wrote down one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys that I haven't shared yet is that for those that don't know, I'm bedbound. I cannot walk because of what the spinal cord stroke did to me. And so my left leg and foot from the knee down is basically useless. It's like a floppy fish. I cannot move it or control it. I have what's called drop foot, for those in the medical.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Know what that means.
Yeah.
So that's my left foot. So I was told that I would never walk again back in March of last year by my neurologist. And he was actually my third opinion. The reasoning and the science behind it is that a nerve grows, and I might have the numbers off a little bit, but you'll get the idea. It's something like 3 millimeters every 6 months. So he said you would have to be thousands and thousands and thousands of years old for the nerves to grow back all the way from your knees down to your toes. So unfortunately, he's like, I'm sorry to say, you're not going to be able to walk again. It's not in the cards. And so I fought it. I did physical therapy for a year. Believe me, I tried. I fought. But anyway, after being on your show and then April's show, and then the healer show last night, I have had so many people come forward to me, whether through those videos or through my direct messages, to tell me that they see me walking. They're able to see the future and they see me walking. And I'm like, okay, well, I can walk down the hallway and it takes a brace that goes from underneath my foot to support my foot from flopping over all the way up to mid-thigh. And I can walk down the hall with a walker, and that is walk. It does not look anything like I used to walk or like you guys walk.
Yeah.
It's not walking.
Yeah.
It's not anything that I could park in a handicapped spot and walk from my car to the grocery store door.
Oh wow.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But all these people who can see the future are telling me that they see me walking without the brace and without the walker.
And that's a lot of people too, right? I mean, however people consciously tune into you, that's a collective consciousness. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of, collective consciousness. So when you think about it, folks, that all these people are seeing her walk again, she'll walk again. I haven't talked about it. You're just sharing it here like this now. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, when doctors tell you, I don't think you're going to walk again, if you listen to the doctors, because they don't have any understanding of the molecular structure of the body, they don't understand that if we know our body can heal itself and can do things itself, if we tell the body, we control our own body. The body doesn't control us. We control the body, and if we learn to control the body, we can control the aging process. We control whether we walk or we don't walk. We can control whether we're sleepy or whether we're awake. It all revolves around consciousness, right? And all these people are consciously looking at you and saying, oh, you're going to walk again. So, but the thing is, even if they say it, you control your body. You know what you can do. Without the doctors, you can do anything you want. Basically.
I'm really scared, because not only do I have to battle the walking, then I need to address the other organs that have issues or are failing. And if you remember, I know you talked to so many people, but I had shared with everyone that I'm not having any more surgeries.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I'm done. I've been put under anesthesia, and I did an educated guess approximately 70 times in my life. I don't want to see that mask come over my face ever again. Yeah. I think I would push it away and throw it across the room.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
See, now you're really groovy.
I've always been groovy. Groovy, baby. But yeah, I've been told, oh wait, let me back my thought up a little bit. I want to choose my words correctly here. Okay. I know that contact is coming soon.
Yes.
And that desire and longing to be with my family, who I don't even know, is so incredibly strong. It's pulling me to you. It's pulling me to April. It's pulling me to the healer last night, because it's like, you guys are my connection to my loved ones and to my family, because I don't have family here. I'm alone.
You're not alone anymore,
and you
sister.
guys, this whole room opened their hearts to me and told me how much they want me to be their family.
You know we love you, don't you?
And I love you guys too. This has been the most intense week, less than a week, of my life. You guys have changed the direction of my life. But what I'm afraid of is that one of my organs is going to fail and I'm going to expire before my family can come and get me. And I know that I'm Arcturian. And actually last night I found out that I even got it more clarified. I have it right down. Arcturian Palladian? I'm saying that wrong.
Arcturian Palladian, yes.
Yeah, so I got like a real description of my star seed, like a real specific description. I know I belong there, and it's like, I've also heard about their med beds.
Yes, you know about them. Yes,
someone
the med
told
beds.
me about them.
Yes, we have them on the ships. We have them on the Earth that are hidden right now, but there are med beds.
Right.
I want to say,
yeah,
I want you to know.
The ones on Earth, those are not accessible to us.
Yeah.
You know,
you're not going to, I want you to know that
1%.
I want you to take the consciousness out of your thought before where you said, I don't know that I'm going to be here because of my organ. I need you to, I want you to close your eyes for a minute.
Okay.
I'm operating in space consciousness right now with you, sister. I want you to take the thought that you will expire and the organ won't be there anymore. I want you to turn around and say to yourself, I'm going to rejuvenate my body and I'm going to be here and I'm going to get to see my beautiful star family. I'm not going to expire. That's just an illusion. That's just a thought. We love you. We love you.
I'm scared. This is all fear.
It's all fear. It's all emotion.
Everything.
It's all emotion.
Right. Everything from first grade until now. Longing and looking up at the stars and the planets. And I'm obsessed with the moon, which I think is hilarious because I know that it's artificial.
Right.
So
That's true.
I don't know why I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I am, like, in my storage unit, I have tons of moon stuff.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just obsessed with it. In fact, because tonight is the full moon, I usually don't sleep on full moons, which is going to be interesting since I didn't fall asleep last night.
But you know,
I might be up with all of you guys direct messaging tonight.
you might direct messaging. Well, you don't. I just want you to know. Let go of the fear. I want you to. I'm going to do something right now for you. I want you to close your eyes, sister.
They're closed.
I'm working in my Ashtar command consciousness now. So I want you to close your eyes because you're a beautiful being of light. I'm going to do some work. We're going to take the fear out of your consciousness. This is totally different. I want you to relax. Take a deep breath. And we're going to transform the fear that is in your brain. Take the fear out and have the full confidence of love and joy in your heart. Love and joy in your heart, no fear. You're not going anywhere. You're going to be right here with everybody here. All that is a fear-based thought. A fear-based thought. You're a beautiful, beautiful being of light. You're a beautiful starseed of light. You're not going anywhere. You're going to be here when contact happens, and you're going to get to meet your space family, whoever they are. You're going to get to meet them. We're not going to let you go anywhere. The command isn't going to let you go anywhere. We're with you, always. You understand? They're looking at you right now, sister. If I was there, I'd give you a great big hug. And we're all going to give you a collective hug because you are with us and we're with you. You're never going to be alone again. Never.
I can't thank everyone enough for how much you've accepted me. For all the years that I've been rejected as I'm making all of this up because I have mental illnesses. Yeah.
That's what they want you to think. No. Everything you speak is your truth. Don't let anybody ever tell you you're making things up. You're speaking your truth. Some people cannot handle the truth, sister. Some people aren't ready for the truth. Even family members and families aren't ready for people's truth. But your truth is your truth.
My parents, I have one sister, my son, they're not like me. They would never, no matter how much I would sit down and talk to them until their ears and eyes were bleeding, they would just probably have me committed. They would probably be calling for a 72-hour hold.
Well, maybe they're the ones who should be committed, not you. Maybe they should be committed for the lack of knowledge, a lack of understanding, a lack of love. They're living in a world that is so programmed, they're programmed, so maybe they need to be liberated instead of trying to control you and saying you're the problem. Maybe they're the ones that need to be sitting down in a session and having something go on, not you. You're with us. You don't need to be in a session. You've been told to believe that something's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with you whatsoever. You can open your eyes, sister, if you wish to. I'm looking right at you here, eye to eye. Ashtar Commander to you. I'm now operating in my space consciousness right now. I've been doing that for a while since we've been doing some work with you. I can switch back to my human consciousness, but I prefer to be in my space consciousness right now.
So are you up in the ship right now?
No, I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm just revealing my space consciousness right now. Instead of being a talk show host, I'm being CmdrAleon. Everyone who's watching me, if you look at me here, I take my glasses off. Look at me for a moment. I'm speaking now as a space person in a human body. Now, for those that don't understand what that means, I can switch the switch on and switch the switch off like that. Right now, the switch is on. And I see the beauty of your soul. And it is a beautiful soul, Groovy.
Thank you.
Do you understand? Okay.
I never understood why people didn't like me. I thought I was a good person. I do good things for others. I feel like I've always been a good friend, but I had two best friends in my life. One childhood, like we were basically toddlers because our moms are best friends. So we knew or known each other all our lives. And in our 20s, we parted. She's my son's godmother. She's gone. And then high school came along and had another best friend, and once again, inseparable. And then, I don't know, I do something to people, I guess. I don't know what it is, but now I'm starting to think that, like, those two people, for example, maybe they are programmed. So maybe they're not like me and you and the rest of us in this room.
Yeah.
So maybe our vibes just didn't mesh.
And then they're not supposed to. If you have a higher vibration than they do, they'll not mesh. But you can mesh with everybody in this room because the vibrations are at a high level of frequency. You can mesh with everybody in this room.
They're off the charts right now. In fact, I can't even really read the comments. I want to. I keep looking down at them. But it's my I can't think of the word. My gift. Empath. The empath,
yes.
Yeah, it's really strong.
See,
this room is high energy.
Yeah, and it always will be.
Yeah.
You know, we take out the low vibers when they come in. And since the time I've been on here, I can point them out in 2 seconds by their comments. We just take them out. We don't give them a second chance. The commander can't deal with just these people coming in trying to do their stupid things, but we take them out.
They will never understand. And you know what? I think that's sad. They're missing out.
Yeah, they are. They could be learning.
Like the greatest thing in humankind, or shall I say humanity. This is huge.
Yeah. You know, everyone's here for a reason, you know? I mean, it amazes me that my daughter got me into TikTok 3 years ago. I was on Facebook, and I'm saying, oh, TikTok. I knew about the app. I didn't know. I came on here not knowing what I was going to do. Before I started this show, I was kind of generally trying to figure out where I should be going. I was kind of watching what people do here. And I said, well, if no one's doing this, I should take my professionalism in radio and do a talk show about spiritual UFO things instead of nuts and bolts. So I created this, came out of the closet years ago about my being from Mars and it being, you know, from off planet. As a kid, I did that. And then I went underground for many years until I became older and opened up again. But yeah, I think it's really imperative that people be who they are, that people, you know, other people say, I don't believe you're from the stars. That person, then your response is, well, you've been programmed. You're a programmed person. Maybe I can help you someday, but it's not me that's the problem. You've been programmed and brainwashed. When you're ready to be unbrainwashed, talk to me. And that's my response to somebody who would say that. I would just put them in a place that you're the one who's got the problem, not me. I feel completely fine. I'm free. I'm who I am. I came out of the closet years ago, and I'm going to be that space person, whether you like to see me in that space suit or not. That's who I am. Get over it, and that's it. That's the way I would speak to that person, because that's just the way I am. I can't tell other people to do that, but I get right in their face and tell them, you know, the commander would say, oh, I'm going to shake you up a little bit and bust your matrix, because that's what I do here anyway, right?
Right.
I don't care.
I mean, I feel like I have a script in my head of what I would like to say to my parents, my sister. Well, all right, let's throw my brother-in-law in there too. S and giggles.
Yeah.
But that's another story. And, you know, and my son too. I feel like I would say to them, Open your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Give this a chance. I mean, how can you say that there is absolutely no possibility of life outside of this little planet?
Right.
The universe is ginormous.
Yeah. And we're just talking about one universe. Now think
Right.
about this.
Right.
Think about how many universes how many universes exist. Many, many universes exist. More than I can't even count the universes that exist. How many dimensions exist, people? Well, don't try to count and tell me there's only 5 dimensions. There are a bazillion dimensions. How many parallel realities are there? Don't try to give you a total answer, because there are bazillion parallel realities. The interdimensional, multidimensional realities. There's no way a human being can say, well, these things don't exist, because the human being that says that is working in a limited 3D consciousness on this planet. The scientists on this planet, the traditional scientists, folks, they live in a 3D reality. Even if they talk about consciousness or, our brain and everything, they're still looking at a limited consciousness. When people talk about life in space, the ones that have an open consciousness know that there's life everywhere. The ones that have a limited consciousness, they say, we're looking for life out there. We're hoping that someday in this particular universe where Earth is, maybe we're going to find life out there. They're still in that frame of limited consciousness. They want to see that there's life out there, but they're stopping themselves because they're limiting their consciousness to a 3D consciousness as scientists.
They're saying the word maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the wrong word to say.
Yeah.
I just want to tell them to stop watching network news TV.
Right. Stop listening to your science teachers at Harvard University and Stanford who are giving you the most incredible, intelligent, intellectual experience. And as a science theologian here at the University of Harvard, I want to tell you that we are looking for life in the universe. And you spent a lot of money to have been in my class today. But I want to tell you, this particular textbook will lead us the way to potentially finding an amoeba on another planet in our particular solar system. An amoeba. That, if we do that, then we found life in the universe. Potentially, then that means there could be more human life eventually millions of years from now. And I'm just being hypothetical, there are scientists that do believe that in our world. Even in 2025, they're in the most prestigious universities. You've got space scientists and others that feel that way. And these people might be highly intellectual, but they're not highly conscious. Highly intellectual people are not always highly conscious. When you go to university, I'm going to get the best education I can, get my degree, and be a scientist.
I call that book smart.
Right.
Right? It's book smart.
I'm
not book smart.
People? Yeah.
I struggled in school. I'm more just common sense, street smart, learned by living life.
Living life. Now, to me, Groovy, and and everyone watching me, when I talk about books, I said it from the day I got on here. I have books on contactees and stuff. I'm very interested in the history of the movement and how these people had contacts. So those books I'm interested in. But in terms of books, if people say, Commander, did you read this book? Did you go to this website? So I tell people, I don't need to do that. My consciousness is space consciousness. When I need to share information, I don't go to a website to get the information. I have space consciousness. I don't need that. Commander, did you see that video that somebody posted, this interview with somebody from Washington? I don't need that. Why do I need that? I already have the consciousness. I'm already open to the consciousness. I do what I do.
So you already saw it, in other words.
What I'm saying is I am the cosmic book. Basically, we're all cosmic books. Not every book has been open yet. So you buy a book, you say, I'm going to read that book someday. You are the book. Once every human being on this show realizes that you don't need those websites to get your information, that once you become fully activated, all the information is within you. So therefore, I am the cosmic book of life for me. I have all the chapters within me. Why do I, pick up a book by somebody that just came out telling me about how to get where I'm going when I'm already there? See what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to let other people come up. I know I've kind of been on here a while. I'm
Oh,
so
no, you've been
sorry, you
great.
guys.
No, so don't be sorry. You needed to be
I
here.
really just, I really had a lot that I wanted to share and get off my chest and let you guys know how thankful I am for you and grateful and just what an amazing experience the last week has been. It's unreal. But I do have a question for you. Were you born here on Earth?
Yes, I was born here on Earth, but when I was born here, my parents, of course, Earth people, um, ever since I was a kid, I always had experiences that were different. I lived in Long Island only for a number of years before going to high school, and then I moved up to New England here in New England, Connecticut. Um, but I had, when I was a kid, I came out of the closet briefly playing baseball or stickball and told the other two kids in playing stickball that, I said something, whatever a kid says, I said, oh, I'm from Mars. I'm not from here. And the two kids got mad at me for saying that. They were really angry that I just said, like, I had no idea I was going to say it. For some reason, I just said I was from Mars. And a little couple of years later is when I saw the spaceship with the people on them in the ship. So, but I am born here, but I'm not from here. So when I ever say to
Okay.
people, I am physically born here, I work here, I live here, I have a human life here, but the consciousness is different. See, I have my consciousness activated here. I have the human brain, I have the space consciousness too. So I can switch my consciousness with people on here from human consciousness to my galactic consciousness. And I feel very comfortable when I switch consciousness. It's like, it's like, okay, I want to drive the car now. So the other person gets out, I sit in the car and I can drive it. So I'm using that analogy in a way. I just switch the consciousness. And the reason I'm able to remove implants, because my father gifted me with the ability within my consciousness and within my body, gave me the empowerment to remove implants, which I never did until last year.
Wow.
Basically, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
Thank
Yeah.
you
So
for
good
telling
question.
your story.
Yeah, I don't share it always, but I have a lot about me that I have not told yet, but I reveal it little by little here on the show.
I look forward to it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Groovy, look at that smile on your face. You're good. Don't let
Groovy,
anybody ever
everybody.
tell you you're not who you are. You are now that person. You're empowered in light. You're the star seed. You are going to meet your star family, and don't be in fear of not being here. You need to meditate and tell yourself, I am going to be here, and tell your brain to shut up. Because the brain does that. The brain's making you think that way. Don't tell the brain, quiet down, have the brain go to sleep, have a cup of apple cider or brain cider or whatever it is. And, there you go.
I need to drink about a gallon of water right now.
Yeah, so you can do that. Me, I have to drink about
Yeah.
a gallon of apple cider right now, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
All right. GroovyChick, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for everything. I love you all. And I look forward to this journey, however long it lasts.
Yeah, this is the year for the journey, man, and everyone needs to journey along here and, get ready. We're going to have some exciting things. Regardless of all the ridiculous stuff going on in Washington and around the world, we are in a good place. We're going to have, getting out of the news cycle, galactically, folks, we are in a really good place, and we are going to have contact. So think about that. I mean, yeah, we want to help all the people that are being hurt and everything. That's part of our reason to be here. But beyond that, we also are here to be good stewards of the planet, and our contact with our space people are going to be happening soon. So people really need to get excited and ready for that. And this is the place where it's going to happen. On this show, you're going to be knowing when it's going to happen right here.
Are we still kind of thinking like late March? Is there any?
I don't know about March, but last year the timeline changed to the end of 2025. So I'm not giving a month on it. I won't do that. But I will say this year, everything's going to amp up even further. There's going to be more ships showing up from other parts of the universe, and they are coming here now. Many ships, many ships.
I need to have them allow me to go outside at nighttime. I haven't seen the night sky in 2.5 years.
Wow. Well, you need to get out there in the night sky. It'll be good for you. And then when you go out there, you can call in through telepathy your star family, go into to consciousness, inner consciousness. And if you're outside, just focus where you want to on the stars, where you feel that energy is for your star family, and you'll be able to do it. I do believe that to be true.
Okay.
All right, GroovyChick.
Thank you. Thank you. I did see some of the comments. Like I said, I had to kind of steer away from them because the energy and the vibrations were just really intense, but I did see some of them, and thank you so much for the kind words. You guys are awesome and sweet, and I love you all.
Good. And I want you to be able to come down and watch the show. And now she's smiling. We got rid of the implant. The one thing I was going to say, the heart implants.
That's ridiculous.
So the heart area, that feels okay now. The heart area where your heart is. Okay, I want to make sure. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels lighter.
Good. No more implants in you. You know, I mean, if they try doing that, I got to do one more thing. I need you to close your eyes for a minute. There's one thing I forgot to do.
Okay.
I need to put a shield around your body.
Oh, yes, my bubble.
You'll have to put the bubble around you, and I almost forgot to do that. I can't let you go before I do that.
Okay.
I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in. This is gonna be the good part, where I put a shield around her body in where she is in Chicago. And as you close your eyes, I'm going to shoot heat energy and create the shield. I'm really putting basically a body of protection around her body. And if any kind of negative ETs try to get near her location, the shield will actually shoot energy that will go after them, and they will not be able to come near her. Okay, now I'm feeling her energy again. Now we're going to slowly put the suit on you. You should start feeling energy right now. It's going above your head, the suit. It's a very light energy. It's a very light suit. Do you feel it, sister?
It's at mid-arms.
Yes, you're right. I'm going down your shoulders. The suit's going to be on her body. She'll be able to move around in it. It's very comfortable. And this suit, one more. And the bodysuit is now on you, and you are now able to open your eyes up, please. So you'll feel the suit on you now. It's not a heaviness. It's a very comfortable feeling.
Yeah.
So I put a protection around her body, and it's permanent, so she cannot be implanted anymore.
No more, please. That's
no
enough.
More. No more. You're not going to have any more.
I'm good. 4's good. Thank you. I'm good.
No more 4s, no more 5s, no more anything. So you're a protected, sister. Well, thank you, Groovy, for coming on here. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me share again.
Yeah, it was definitely important to have this time with you, and I'm glad we did it. Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, Groovy. Now we can let you down. Let's see here.
Okay, I'm falling.
I'm going to gently bring her down off the ship. And she's really, what a difference. After taking the implant out, scanning her body, putting the protection around her, she's good. You're watching Encounters. So we're not your typical UFO talk show here. Now, if you're just coming here, you now know that we don't do things like other people saying, you know, like, oh, let's talk about Washington, D.C. and the Pentagon, which we do get into, and about the cover-up. We do get into that. Thank you, Love Jesus Morningstar. I appreciate that. And I'm amped up. I feel good. You know, and when I take out implants, I feel very, very good because I know that I've helped that person. And I know that destroying the implants, the negative ETs can't touch that person anymore. So I feel very good every time. I can't even keep track of how many implants I've taken out of people since last year. Michelle, I think Michelle Andre, I have a few implants. Teresa, the only way you would know is if you have if something is in a part of your body or arm or something that you've never been there before, you potentially could have an implant. Now, thank you. Now, let's see here. Michelle says she has implants. Yeah. So I'm going to, thank you, Palladium. So when I scan a person, that's how I know. Well, you might not know if you have implants, but if I scan you, we'll both know when I scan your body. I'll know if you have an implant because I shoot a beam of energy into your body, starting from your head down to your shoulders. And then you end up telling me to stop and say, "Command, oh, stop, Commander." And when I hear that, ooh, stop, I stop there. And that's normally where the implant is. I'm running out of apple cider. I can't believe it. So welcome to the show, everybody. This is Encounters. We're glad to have you with us here. It is 12:53 in the morning on the number one spiritual UFO talk show here on social media. Please share and like. We're at 98,200. So if everybody taps the screen, if you're not following the show, please press the follow button on my bio. And all our shows are on my YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. On my main bio page, there's a link to my YouTube channel. So please subscribe to the YouTube, and you can watch all the past shows that we've been doing for the last few years here on TikTok. So we're glad to have everybody here. Thank God it's Thursday morning already. It's 12:53 in the morning on the East Coast. It's a Thursday here. If you're in California, it's still Wednesday, I think. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. And we just did 100K, 101.8. Keep it going. Keep sharing all that stuff there. It's 9:53 in California. Okay, Simple Man. So it's still early out there. Yeah, you're still on a Wednesday. Yeah. Thank you, Rachel. We appreciate it. You know, like I say, you never know what's going to happen. SMB says, I think my son, who's 20, possibly had implanted middle back at 18 after surgery. Unrelated. Interesting. VVC, that's an interesting point. Can constant bad luck be an implant? Not necessarily. It could just be not so much bad luck as not being in the right place at the right time or being in the wrong place at the right time. But that's a very good question. I'm not sure. I'm going to be right back. We're going to get some more apple cider because apple cider is the key thing. We need some more apple cider here in a minute. We'll get it in a minute. And I'll answer your questions. If you have any questions for me, please. Mindy, thank you so much for the gifts of the Team Power. And I'm going to ask this question, and really, truly, with all the 400 plus people here, how many people here have never come forward on my show before? New people? Maybe you're shy a little bit. How many people are having some sort of physical contact with space people? Who in here wants to come forward? I'm not going to bite. I'm not going to bite. Mike Masters, thank you for the gifts. Who here is having physical contact with space people? Somebody is. I know Half Pint is, and so is Ray and Mary. Who here is willing to say that they have been having contact? Manjot Sindhu. Okay. Manjot Sindhu, would you be willing to come up and share your story about contact? I think it's Mandot Sindhu. Again, the question for everybody out there, who is having physical contact? Love forever. I like that. How do you know about people? I think that's your question. How do you know about people? In terms of what? Well, yeah, we'd like to hear your story about your UFO sighting. That's what it's all about here, sharing your stuff. If you have a UFO sighting in India or wherever, it's always important to share your story. Give me one moment. We're going to get some more apple cider. We have an empty glass here. We can't have that. And we'll be right back. We're going to take a little apple cider break here on Encounters. And you're watching Encounters. We just got some more apple cider, a refill of the apple cider. And when you're watching us live, and a little apple cider intermission here, New England apple cider. I should be doing apple cider commercials during the cider season, but that's not happening. Welcome all the new people to the show. This is Late Night with the Commander on Encounters, the spiritual UFO talk show. M2PDX sighting. So I'm going to put the question out there to our worldwide audience. Who out here is having either sightings that you're recording? Who out here is Corey's had more that Corey's been having sightings. We're going to bring Corey up in a minute, I think, too. How many people have been having physical contact with space people? Visitations? Anybody? Don't be shy. My show, everybody's respected. If I bring you up here and you're talking about having visitations, let's talk about it. Let's find out what's going on out there. Let's see what people are doing. You know? I got to believe I've recorded more stuff lately, just haven't posted it yet. Oh, cool. Hey, Twisted, welcome. Okay, no problem. No problem there, Tina. You can do it another night when no one's sleeping. Free Mind says, not yet from what I can recall, but I feel like it happened. You'll remember it when it's time. Michelle, about New Jersey sightings. Well, the New Jersey sightings, when they first started with the drones and everything, that was kind of crazy. Also, not only drones, but the orbs in New Jersey. Not just Jersey, but all over the place. You know, England and so forth. Very interesting. DJ Chicago, welcome to the show. Everybody coming in here, welcome. Nash Bean, welcome to Encounters. Cosmic Snickers, I like that name. Brooke Z, hey Brooke Z, welcome to Encounters. Good to have everybody with Derek Horn, Johnny0010, Boris. Welcome, Boris, to the show. Teresa Arbo, William Bynum, Ralph Rosenbaum. Welcome to Encounters. Troy, James. Welcome, everybody. This Ronnie. Welcome. CDF73. Reading all these names here of all these beautiful people. I've been filming orbs in Scotland since December. VBC, we're going to bring you up and let you talk about this. VBC in Scotland, come on up. Press the accept button or go on the multi-guest option. I'd like to talk to you about your sightings in Scotland since December of 2024. I'd love to hear your stories about what's happening out there. And they've been filming orbs in Scotland since December over in Scotland. There are not only orbs happening in the United States, they're happening all over the world, and Scotland's one of those places. Interesting. You know? Oh, BBC, no, yeah, that's right. It's 6 a.m. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it might be good. I'm just kidding, BBC. Why don't we wake everybody up in your house? And you know what you do is go into their rooms and say there are space people in the house here right now. They just came off a ship. That would be great, BBC. I already can tell we're going to be good friends. So you have the people sleeping in your house in Scotland. I'll have to get up there. We got to go outside. There's a spaceship that landed in our backyard. And these human beings are coming out and they want to have a cup of coffee with us this morning and have some breakfast. That'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Yeah, we should chat sometime. My show's on at 6 o'clock in the morning there. So we're on at 11 p.m. Eastern. Oh, 11 p.m. Eastern would be about 4 a.m. your time. So we come on 4 a.m. I think in Scotland it's 4 a.m. when it's 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. Yeah, we'll have to have you on as a guest. You tell me whenever you see me on here, which is mostly nightly, if you say, Commander, I want to come up, well, I'll bring you up here. I'd love to. I'm following you now, so I'm going to have to check out your page. You say you've got a lot of footage, and I'd love to see what you've got. And if you've got any footage, VBC, that you want me to look at, that's raw footage, that is some of your good footage since December, you can email me at CmdrAleon@AOL.com, and I'll take a look at it. I'll be happy to take a look at the footage. On my main page here, if people go to my main page, you'll see a lot of video footage, and this one from England that I showed the other night, last night, was really phenomenal. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. Please follow me. If you go to my main bio page, press the follow button before you leave tonight, and also go to my YouTube channel. My link for YouTube is Ashtar Command Spaceship News. You'll see all my shows that we recorded that since I've been on here will be on my YouTube channel. Just make sure you put a shirt on, VVC. That's right. He should put on a shirt. Absolutely correct. Zozo. Welcome to the show, Zozo. Illuminati. That's a good name. Sherry. Welcome, Sherry V2. All right. ML5. Welcome. We're getting to about 5 minutes after 1 o'clock. And this is the 24-hour broadcast of Encounters. So we're going to be on here for 24 hours tonight. No, I'm just kidding you. One day, maybe if I'm crazy enough, I might do it if no one's around here at the house. I might just do that. Wouldn't that be interesting if I did do that? A 24-hour live broadcast. I don't know what would be happening to me after 24 hours, but that would be kind of crazy. Not happening yet. You never know. Someday. But we're happy to be here for the amount of hours we are. There's a whole world out there, and we have to live it too. Spaced out, that's right. All right, well, we're getting to, I think, Tracy, a lot of people would love to see that. Leica says, I've had a mind speak. Oh, that's interesting. Leica, we're going to bring you up. I want to know what that is. Leica says, I've had a mind speak with UAP in Portland, Oregon. I want to hear that story. Mind speak. I'd go crazy from lack of sleep. Twisted, you're probably right. And let me see here. No, I definitely seriously want to bring up Leica 1111. Leica, oh, here she is. He or she, I'll find out. Okay, let's see. Come on, TikTok. Hey, good evening or good morning.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, I can. And welcome to the show. I'm very interested in what you said. Can you explain to our audience what MindSpeak is with a UAP? Just so you can understand it as to what that would be.
Sure. I've never heard really anybody talk using the term MindSpeak, but to me, that's what made perfect sense when it happened to me.
Yeah.
This was in the 70s in Portland, Oregon. And I lived in a pretty big apartment complex, and it was maybe, I'm going to say, 9 o'clock at night. And for some reason, I got up and ran outside and looked up, and there was a huge, brightest light I've ever seen.
Wow.
Maybe about 600 yards from where I lived there. And a bunch of people came out from my apartment building, and we all stood out there with our mouths wide open, trying to figure out what was going on. And what I did, because I wanted to make sure that this was really happening, in my mind, I said to this craft, or whatever it was, I said, well, if you are what I think you are, move up and down.
Yeah.
And it did. It moved up and down. And I said side to side. It went side to side. I said blink. It blinked. And so I was floored.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything about that to the other people because back then people thought you were crazy.
Yeah.
When these things happened. But to me, that's what MindSpeak is when you have direct communication, even though you're not standing next to each other, which might be, a little weird since you don't really know what they're going to look like. But
right.
So to me, that's what MindSpeak is.
And you know what? And the way you explained it is beautiful, because now we know that there is a thing called MindSpeak. A definition of that for you is through your consciousness, you asked the intelligences on that ship to do what they did, and they responded intelligently to you by doing it.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. And you know what else I figured out in the last probably 6 or 8 weeks is I thought, well, a lot of these other life forms don't really have pronounced ears.
Yeah.
If you think about that, they don't. Most of them that I've seen.
You've seen.
Yeah. So I think.
When you say I've seen, are you talking about
no, not
pictures
personally? Pictures,
okay,
yes.
Just for pictures.
And
well, you know what that is. Those are the ones with the big eyes. Those are called Zeta. But there are other beings like Arcturians that have different ears from the Zeta, which are lower vibrational. But the Arcturians are very high frequency, and also many of the other races that exist out there too.
Yeah, but the thing with the ears, though, I figured these are the guys and girls or whatever they are that don't need to speak and they don't need to hear because they do it all with their mind. So over the eons, why do we need ears? We don't. So they let them go ahead and,
right,
go away.
Yeah, I mean, we have human ears, and a lot of the space human beings from the other planets, they have ears too, just like us. They have faces just like us, but there are other types of extraterrestrial intelligence that don't. They have kind of an ear, but not really an ear. It's sort of like based on
like
the
a lizard ear,
right? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So how did you feel when you in the 1970s saw that specific spaceship? Did you feel good energy about it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I felt like the luckiest girl in the world. You know, if they would have landed, to tell you the truth, I would have gone on board.
I get the feeling you would be that person to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I had a horrible childhood, so anything to take me away, I would have jumped on it.
I have to tell you, I had a terrible childhood. Thank you for coming out of your spaceship and landing. You know, if I told you space people of my childhood, and then they say, well, wait a minute, we don't want to hear about the story. Do you want to get on board the ship? Of course I do. I want to go on the ship. And you would say, okay, I'll go on the ship. Where are we going? We can't tell you that. It's going to be an intergalactic experience. That'd be kind of cool if you had that experience, you know?
Absolutely. I wouldn't even ask where are we going, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, you just go.
Yeah, absolutely. I had another experience in the 80s that I have never heard anybody else talk about, and I'd like to know if you've ever heard of it before. I lived in Hawaii at that time, and I was like meditating. I was lying back on my bed, and I glanced up, and all of these colored orbs came through my window, floating through my window.
Oh, wow.
And they were anywhere from 6 inches to maybe 8 or 9 inches, you know.
Oh, wow.
Orb, like round shaped, like beautiful colors, kind of sparkly. And they just came through the window. And I was thinking, oh my God, what is this? And all of a sudden, everything went black. And I felt like I was being hurled through space, like faster than you can even blink. I mean,
now did that happen after the sighting?
Yes. Yeah. The sighting was in the 70s.
So how long after the sighting did the orbs appear?
Gosh, maybe right around 9 years. 9 years or so.
9 years later. Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel a connection with the ship sighting and the orbs. Do you connect that in your feelings or no?
I never thought about that.
Yeah,
I just never. But the thing with the being hurled through space is I thought that I was dead or dying because I was going so fast, and I wasn't in a ship. It was just me, just my body. And I was going so fast that I thought that I had ripped apart.
Oh my gosh.
Though, I mean, it was frightening. I thought that I literally was dying or had died. And my heart started going a million miles a minute because I thought, oh my God, this is it. You know, I've had a beautiful life, but my kids are in the other room sleeping.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But, and then maybe, gosh, this went on for a while, and I don't even know how long.
Now when you say for a while, did it go on like a while during that night or a while?
Yes.
Okay.
During that night, it could have even been, you know, hours. I don't know. Yeah. Everything just after I thought that I was dead, just being, you know, torn apart, going so fast.
Yeah.
And the static. It was loud static.
Did you feel like you went through like a Stargate, like you ever watched the TV show Stargate? Like you were just swooped away off planet into somewhere else?
Could have been. I don't think I've ever seen Stargate. No, I'll have to check that out.
Well, hypothetically there are movies called, you know, a series called Stargate, but Stargate is essentially like if you're taken to a Stargate, you're taking through, like you're going really fast into the universe, and you're going somewhere through a wormhole. Did you feel like you were going through a wormhole?
It could have been, but the stars, you know, I didn't hit any stars.
Yeah.
Which to me was shocking because they were everywhere. Like I was shocked I didn't hit any because I was going so fast.
Yeah. Oh, interesting stuff. Wow.
Yeah. But have you ever heard of this before?
I know about people traveling. Your story's interesting because you had the orbs later, 9 years later, which I agree with one of the viewers saying that they were probably coming back to visit you.
You know, that,
yeah.
I'll think about that and meditate on that.
Oh, that would be a good thing to meditate on, believe me.
Yeah, yeah.
Without a question.
But I always look up in the sky. Some nights in the middle of the night, I'll wake up out of a dead sleep and I'll run out the back door and stand on my steps and look up in the sky and to see, because it seems like there should be something there, but I don't see anything. Or, I haven't for years. But yeah.
All right, there, Leica. Well, we're gonna thank you for being our last guest for the night. It's now about 1:17 a.m. in the morning here in Connecticut. Yay, it's Thursday. We're almost closer to the weekend. But I want to thank you for sharing that great story too.
Oh, and my pleasure. Sweet dreams.
Oh man, thank you so much. You too. And I'm gonna bring Leica down very, very peacefully here. Let's do this here. All right, folks. It's now 1:17 a.m. in the morning, and I think it's time to end the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and share. We have 112,700. Please go to my bio and tap the link to the bio of my YouTube channel to watch previous shows and any other. And then also just have a great night, a great morning. We'll see you tomorrow night, Thursday night on Encounters. Take care, everybody.